Perfect. Okay, everyone. If you just raise your hand if you've got a question for Thomas, and please use microphone available. Go ahead, if you come first. Second.
Thomas Tuchel.
Good to go.
Thomas, obviously a victory that you guys were looking at, and a victory to kind of close out to go into the World Cup. Mike Ramal with Wesh, the NBC station here in Orlando. I just wanted to get your overall reactions today with just the fans that came out here to watch the national team in Orlando, and your impressions over on the stadium, the pitch, the facilities, and
nice stadium, nice little stadium, good football stadium, and a good atmosphere. I think the team did a lot to get the energy going, and it was a beautiful connection between our team and the fans. It was amazing conditions. In hindsight, it was good for us to have a bit of a delay, so we could even adapt to that and see if it affects us. And the group was amazing. We were not distracted. We didn't lose our focus, and we had an excellent and determined performance from start to finish.
Is that one of the things that you've got to kind of prepare for? Is the impact of the rain delays? Also, just after the hydration breaks, there's been a couple of attacks for New Zealand and Costa Rica. Is that something you have to focus on, the concentration after those hydration breaks?
Not aware of that, to be honest. Have to look at it again. I didn't feel any dangerous moments today. Not it's just football. We play against strong and physical teams like today. Very physical for a long period, and it took time to open up and tire them and open up the gaps. But no, there's no focus at the moment for after breaks. I didn't realize that this is an issue, and I struggle to prepare for things that we don't know if it's coming. So what should we prepare for half an hour break, for a delay at the start, for a delay in the middle? We just know that things can come, and we know that how we want to react, calm and focused and relaxed, and we want to focus on the stuff that we can influence, and we did this today on a high level. That's why I'm very happy.
Hi, Thomas. There seemed to be a little bit of confusion with the penalty in the second half. I think Jude had the ball, and then there was some kind of discussion with the bench, and Anthony ended up taking it. Can you just run us through what happened there?
Just a lot of substitutions, and then it was not clear anymore the order of the takers. Anthony was the second taker, and it was not on the wall. Normally it's on the wall, because we know, of course, we only have 5 substitutes. It was already a lot of substitutes, so we had a bit of a miscommunication, but it was our responsibility, and so we needed to do it verbally. No problem.
Thomas, I know you were. What you said to TV, you were very happy with the overall team performance, very happy with the guys that came on in the second half, but compared to the other day, Gordon and Bellingham seem to really give you an extra dimension going forward. Can you just talk about those 2 performances?
No, I don't want to talk about the 2 performances, because for me it's absolutely too short to focus on these 2 guys. We had a very strong team from the beginning. We knew that, and we had strong substitutes, because that's the nature of the team, and the attitude from the bench was top. I just liked the performance over the 90 minutes, and both players, Jude and Anthony, were a part of it. But for me, this is a high-level team performance, on and off the ball, counter-pressing and ball wins and creating chances. And the guys who finished this game off were very strong. The guys who came off were ready to push from the side. Very good test, and for sure team effort, not individual.
More broadly, are you exactly where you want to be in that last game before
I
this
wished
World
for
Cup?
that. I demanded that. I said we need. I said it before the match. We want to push it to the next level from intensity, commitment, cohesion, and we did that. We could see the impact of the Arsenal players coming into camp, and could see also the impact of training. Of course, we see the adaptation to the heat. We see the adaptation to the climate. And we see things clicking, but we demanded it today from the players to take a next step, and they did. that was what we wished for, and the crew players delivered, and I'm proud of them how they did it. So this anyway the most important how we play, and the result takes then care of itself. But we did it on a high level, and then for this moment was very good to almost end the prep camp like this. We have tomorrow another training session and another in-house game. So to get the guys some minutes, give the guys some minutes who didn't play so much. And if we don't have any injuries and get a good performance out of that, then we have what we wished for.
Hi, Thomas. I just wanted to ask you about the next couple of days, really. You got that behind closed doors game, and then, I don't know, is it a day off on Friday before you go to Kansas? You just talk about what you want for the next sort of 48 hours.
Exactly that. We get some minutes into the legs, and game minutes, not training minutes, but game minutes. For the 3 players who didn't play, for the guys who came maybe just for 22 plus extra time, so we can manage that. We can manage the game time tomorrow. It will be very likely not more than 2 times 30 minutes or something like this. So and then the players get 1.5 days off, not only physically but also mentally, to switch off, and well deservedly, and then we have a change of. We start the next chunk of the tournament, and which is group stage, and we change location, which I'm looking forward to. Not because we didn't like it; it was excellent here until today on the highest level. But it's nice to change scenery and to give it a new frame for the next period of the tournament, which is then full focus on group stage.
Thomas, I know you don't want to talk about individuals, but how many times Jude wins the ball in the first sort of 10 minutes give him the platform to go on and do what he does for the rest of the game with the ball?
I think like the energy of the ball set the tone today, and we made this also very clear before the match, because we trained a lot of offensive solutions, but we made very clear that the DNA of us is also off the ball, and the work rate, which gives us a good feeling and which gives us intensity, and we can impose ourselves on the opponent, and the movement is up front and not running backwards. That made us strong in qualification football. I wanted to see Jude in the combination today for the first time with Harry, Elliott, and Declan in the center of the game. I know what Morgan gives us there. I just saw it so many times. It was the first time for Jude, and he buys into these ideas. He has to, and he loves to do it, and that's part of our game. And he did it like everyone else on a high level.
Thomas, hi. There were a couple of occasions when Dan Burn and Jude Bellingham were trying to get to corners, and they were stopped. When is this rule on grappling going to actually come into place?
Exactly. Very good question. I have no answer for that.
Does it actually help? You've got 20 games to watch before you play, so you can actually see whether there is any consistency.
It will be difficult to have consistency. I think it will be very difficult to give credit to the referees and to VAR and everything. It will be very, very difficult to hold a consistent line. It's not difficult to preview situations that are whistled in one match and not whistled in the other, or like they are whistled in a direction where you think like, was this more a foul of the defender or more of the striker? And yeah, this is what's coming. There are some new rules shortly before a tournament. Yeah, that is what can happen. So even then, I think we will be strong in set pieces. That's the nature of us, and we want to be strong in set pieces. We are strong already, and we will get stronger because the group is ready to dig in and just learn in meetings and spend the minutes on the training pitch, which is not the most attractive training session to train set pieces, but they're just willing to do it because they have a dream, and they know that it takes invisible work, and it takes work that is not repetitive. It takes work that's maybe not so nice to do, and they're ready to do it. So we want to be a strong set piece team. And then we adapt to what's allowed and what's not allowed.
Hi, Thomas. It does seem like the camp's gone really well, whether it be camaraderie, adaptation to the heat. I was just wondering how you're finding adapting to coaching in tournaments. This is very different from anything you've done in the past?
Yeah, I had a feeling, and I had more until now. It was more a feeling of a pre-season, like of overseas pre-season, and it was good like this. I think it's enough if the pressure and tournament pressure comes a bit later, because it will come. The tension will come naturally. I think we set the tone today in the meeting, and the players were ready to follow, to have, like I said, next step in intensity and the way we play, to push ourselves and get a good feeling out of it, which we absolutely did. I felt today the energy in the stadium amazing, and I thought, okay, if we can really play like this and grow into the tournament and have this kind of cohesion and brotherhood and team spirit that we showed today, then we will have like a amazing connection with the fans, and this will hopefully be an amazing experience, because like you said, it's the first time for me, and it's a World Cup, and it's coming, and I think once the ball is rolling and games are already there, then I will feel it, and the latest in Kansas when we prepare then the official match, the tension will grow, but it's normally the stuff that I personally enjoy the most, and then you feel that you're alive.
Thank you, guys. See you in Cannes.